Hey there, guys. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be doing another fire alarm collection video. So yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, today is National Fire Alarm Day. So yeah, it's a big event for the fire alarm community. So I guess for this National Fire Alarm Day special, I figured I would go over my fire alarm collection again. So yeah. So I figured this will also be a good time because it's going to be quite a while before I start saving up for another fire alarm, because I'm going to be getting a control panel soon. You know, not soon, but like in the future. But yeah, it's going to take a while because they're all pretty expensive, but I'm going to try to save up money faster as quick as I can. So yeah. So I guess I am going to go over quickly. I'm going to try to be as quick as I can because I don't want this video to be too long and stuff. So I'm going to try to be as quick as I can. So yeah. So I'm going to start off with the pull stations first and then go over the notification devices. So let's get started. So first I have this Honeywell 5140 MPS, my Notify MB210, my FCI dual action, my FCI MS2 dual action that I got for my birthday, my two Simplex 2099s. One of them is a 9754 and the other one's a 9756, which the 9756 is dual action, but I removed the black push bar because it's, I prefer it to be a single action than dual action because the black push bar gets in the way sometimes. My rare blue point, I think it's called a Bosch something, I'm not sure, but it's a Bosch T-bar, I think, but I call this my blue point because it's blue. So, and I have and next I have three STI push stations. So yeah, these are not pull stations, they're push stations, but they do work. And I also got this this very rare call point. I'm not sure. It's not working very well. I'm not sure why, but I'm just going to keep it for now and stuff because it's rare and stuff. But maybe I'll get another call point. I think this might be addressable, but I'm not sure. But I'll get another call point that's conventional. So yeah. Call points are used like in different countries, all over the world. So yeah. And of course I have this this back box I don't really use anymore, but I'll keep it for something else. So now, moving on to the notification devices, I have my Wheelock, my Wheelock RSS, my Wheelock remote strobes right here. My Wheelock RSS, which was the first fire alarm that I learned to wire up. My Wheelock RS, my Wheelock LSM, my ESC Integrity remote strobes. My Siemens UMHU horn strobe, which I definitely would like to get another one. And my Wheelock AS24MCW, my Wheelock ZNS24MCW, and my Wheelock WST115. That's the only fire alarm that's AC, so which I definitely prefer DC fire alarms. But I think there's a DC version of this, which is a WST24, which that's what it is. So yeah, my Wheelock AS second generation. I do prefer the third generation. So. And of course, in moving on to the mass notifications, I have three Wheelock RSSBs. One of them is a high candela, and these two are regulars. So which I painted these two blue, and I wrote police lettering, and I wrote alert lettering on this for general emergencies. So I guess this one's just plain. So my Gentex Commander 3 horn strobe, that's blue with a blue body and the blue strobe lens. So definitely one of my favorites. And I have some security strobes too. This is from Amsico, SL5 strobe, and this one's it doesn't have a label, but this one's Seiko Alarms SL126Q blue strobe beacon. So, and my system sensor SW Alert, which I have two of them. One of them is mounted on the wall to my weather radios, so but I keep this one portable. And my customized Gentex Commander 3 that was originally white, but I painted it blue. So since I've always wanted a remote strobe version, but yeah. Of course, I do also want to get another blue Gentex Commander 3 horn strobe, and maybe I'll just mostly use it as a remote strobe, or maybe just permanently set it to chime. So of course my EST Genesis, this is not really mass notification, it kind of got mixed up in my Wheelock MIZ mini horn. So, and moving into my #1 favorite fire alarms, the Spectralert Classics. So I have most of them I have are second and third generations, but the only first generation I have is the is this one. This is the only first generation I have, which I would like to get another one. It's a yeah. So these are all my classics right here. My #1 fire alarm in my collection, and I have some advances, the P2Rs, the SRs, and I do have a CHSR, which is kind of rare but a bit pricey. I have a remote horn of the classic, and I have so yeah, the classics, these two models. This is the S1224 and a P1224, P2475, and yeah. So yeah, I have a duplicate of classics because they're like my #1 favorite fire alarm in my collection. So yeah. And I have some advances right here, which I do also like the advance. I have the P2Rs, the SRs, and the CHSRs, like I said. And I have the L series too. Yeah, this is the P2R L, which some people don't like them because of how overrated they are, which, I mean, yeah, they're the most common alarm that you'll see nowadays. But I like the P2R. I mean the L series. I like the L series. That's what I meant. And you may have noticed that I did have the red strobe lens before, but I removed it because I'm getting a remote strobe version of the P2R L, which is the SRL. So which I'm getting that, and I prefer to have the red lens on a remote strobe than a horn strobe. So yeah. And I have my low frequency sounder L series, and yeah, some more classics, some more advances right here. I have Gentex. I have a Gentex GXS. This is the third generation right here, I believe, because it's got the grooves and stuff, and this is the second generation because it doesn't have the grooves. And this is my my Gentex GMS, and this is right here, I believe, the first generation because it doesn't have the reflectors, which I definitely would like to get another GMS that's either a second or a third generation. I prefer the second or the third generations because it's got the reflectors and they just look cooler that way. But I think my favorite generation of the GXS or SHG, GMS and all that is the third generation because of the grooves and stuff it's got on it, so I like it. And of course my EST Integrities and my Wheelock MTs, I figured they would go together because they're a couple. So I have two of them. This one's a speaker strobe and these three are horn strobes. So yeah. Yeah, I figured they would go together because they're a couple. And of course I have my ceiling mount Spectralert Classics and L series. I don't have the horn strobe of the Spectralert Classic that's ceiling mount, which I definitely would like. But I do have the horn strobe of the L series, which I do honestly prefer the L series ceiling mount a little bit better than the Advanced because I just like the design of the covers and stuff. It just looks cool and stuff. But yeah. And of course my here's my remote strobe version of the EST Integrity horn strobe, and of course I have speaker strobes right here. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I have speaker strobes. I have another one right there, but I'll get into that later. I have a remote speaker right here, but I forgot to put the cover on and stuff, but I'll get into that later. Yeah, these two are my favorite speaker strobes, the SPSRs and the Wheelock E50. This is not a speaker strobe, this is a chime strobe. This is a Wheelock CH90. This was the first fire alarm that I purchased in my collection, the first notification device. But unfortunately it got delayed for almost a month, but at least I finally got it. So, which I've had this for, I would say maybe like a year and a half, I would say, pretty much. So yeah, still a nice alarm. And of course I have my Wheelock LSM strobe plate that Fire Alarms 1612 gave me, and my rare Wheelock CHBF1, and my my Simplex True Alert. It's a It's a Simplex 4903 9426 free run True Alert. So, but it does have a switch where you can turn the smart sync, but I'm going to keep it at free run. And of course I have this system sensor SS24L0, which is a remote strobe version of the mask. And I have this I would call this my Amazon Bell because, you know, it doesn't have a particular model, so I just call this my Amazon Bell since I got it from Amazon. But it does work on my fire alarms. And of course some household smoke alarms. Well, 2 of them are household and these 2 are there for commercial fire alarms. And of course I have the cover from my Simplex True Alert that I did have, which I got rid of because it was broken, so I threw it away. But I decided to keep the strobe, the cover plate. And of course my 12-volt DC siren that I got from Amazon, and my Simplex 4903 9146 speaker strobe. And of course some more strobe plates. I decided to put the one of my advanced remote strobes on the strobe plate, but some people think it's an abomination, but I think it's cool, so I call this a double strobe. Double strobe. And of course my other Wheelock strobe plate as well. And this right here is my Simplex 2903 strobe plate. That's a pretty rare find, and I put one of the remote horns. That was the remote horn with the Simplex cover that Fire Alarm 1612 sent me. So I think it looks nice, but it's not on a mechanical horn. But yeah, it still looks cool. And of course, I have my demo board right here with my Edwards 278B dual action pole station and my Gentex Commander 3 horn strobe that I got for Christmas last year. So yeah. And in my pole station on the wall that's permanent, my Gameware MS95DL, which is the very first fire alarm device out of every single one that I have in my collection. That was the very first one. And of course, last but not least, is my system sensor P1224MC. That's permanently mounted on the wall for now. I mean, maybe I could replace it with another alarm, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna get into it right now. So yeah, that is my fire alarm collection. That's how much grown my fire alarm collection. So yeah, so it wasn't too long, thankfully, because you know, when I did the video on the 1 year anniversary when I first started collecting fire alarms, it was about 40 minutes. So yeah, it's about 13 minutes long now. So yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I hope you guys enjoy my fire alarm collection on National Fire Alarm Day. So yeah, so thank you all for watching, and let me know in the comments of which one you like the most, and B is for blue.